18. This video is around ankle mobility and I'm using a band to do an ankle banded distraction. So what we're looking for here with your ankle mobility is the ability to be able to pull your toe to your shin. So that's a dorsiflexion type movement. Now how this benefits you: if you have crappy ankle mobility, you will not be able to do a squat or a deadlift or any type of lower body work to its fullest potential. So our feet really drive exactly the movement patterns upward, from our feet through to our hips. So this is where a lot of it is driven from and derived from. So crappy ankle mobility is going to limit your ability to squat, to deadlift, to lunge, even to run in its, in the most optimal form. Alrighty, so this one, as I mentioned, I'm using a band. So I'm popping the band around my ankle like so, getting a lot of tension on, so tension through that band, and all we're doing is keeping a nice flat foot. So really important, we're leaving our heel flat on the floor, keeping our hips nice and straight. We're just leaning forward and pushing our body weight into that as much as possible. Holding, we release off it, and then go again. Alrighty, now the thickness, so the size of thickness or the width of the band is dependent on whether you are hypomobile, so not very flexible, or hypermobile, so where you are extremely flexible. Alrighty. So in regards to the bands, I can help you with that by doing just a simple Baton test, it's called, a Baton joint mobility test, to let you know your level of flexibility there. And it's really important to get the right level or right width of band for your mobility, for your joint mobility. Alrighty, so we're just working through that ankle mobility. So you should feel this then in the front of your ankle. So I like to spend probably 1 to 2 minutes doing this, so you can go forward, so in a direct line over your toe, and then also push knee out to the side. So we're just then looking at the different angles through your ankle. Okay, you can also go in. So again, my heel is very flat on the ground. I'm not lifting up through my heel to get that extra mobility. I'm keeping my heel nice and flat on the ground. Alrighty. So if you need some bands, guys, please hit me up. I'm able to source those for you. They can be used in so many mobility moves, not just mobility through your ankles. They can be used through your hips, through your upper body as well. So they're extremely valuable and beneficial for you. For now, if you don't have any bands, you can do that exact exercise, body weight. Alrighty, I'll turn the side on for you here, just so you can see the movement. So again, nice flat foot here. I'm getting all my body weight behind that and just pushing as far forward as I can, leaving my heel nice and flat on the ground. Alrighty, so forward, hold it. I usually hold it for around 10 seconds. Ease off, and then go again. So hold that for around 10 seconds. Okay, and again, you can work through those different angles. Oops, so my knee is protruding out over my little toe now. I've got a nice flat heel on the ground. Got all my body weight behind it. And inward as well. Now, if you do struggle, like if you have bad knees as such and you can't get into a kneeling type position on the floor, no problem whatsoever. We can do that. Oh, I've disappeared. We can also do that in a standing position. Alrighty. So that is where you're just getting into like a lunge position. You can get up on your back toe just to give your weight. So you have your weight as much in the forward, like on the front foot as much as possible, and you're doing that exact same thing. So pushing as far forward as you can, Keeping that heel nice and flat on the ground, and notice my hips are now nice and square. So my toe is facing forward. Alrighty. Now notice if I move my toe to face outward, my hips then change direction. My hips follow my toe, and my knee, you would have noticed my knee also then caves in. So really important, keep that back foot nice and flat, nice and straight, facing forward, because that's going to allow your hips to stay in that nice straight line that we're after. Ready, from a side angle there. So nice and flat through my front foot. And I'm just leaning all my body weight as much as possible. Leaving my heel flat on the ground. Alrighty, so as I said, around 10 seconds, you know, for each ankle push, if I call it that. And I would be working on that for up to 2 minutes per day. So just see how you go, alrighty, as to how much time that you spend on it. Like if your ankle mobility is really bad, it may be, you know, may cause you some discomfort. So, you know, 2 minutes may be your limit as such, until you work up to a position where you can spend a little bit more time without getting that discomfort. But I would say 2 minutes as a minimum on each side to start off with. And this will benefit absolutely everyone within the group. Alrighty, with your ankle mobility to help with your squat movement, your lunge movement, your running, deadlift, so any lower body type movement that is going to have the best like benefit, you know, return on investment. That is where it's going to help you the most. Alrighty, again, any questions, guys, please hit me up.